Good evening and welcome back to Valkyrie. I'm your dungeon master, game master slash ruler of the world, Bazag. And
Slash just monster.
yes, and these are my lovely players which you have already been introduced to. So let's just start off with a quick introduction to where we were last session and then we'll get into the game tonight. So for the recap, Captain Tedesco decided that he would, confront a Section 31 agent known as Keegan on his terms. And unfortunately, he found out that Keegan wasn't actually present when he, brought in the entire crew of the Valkyrie. It wasn't particularly subtle. And so Keegan had scampered, but not before leaving. But when they arrived, Keegan called in and had a bit of a chat, revealing the presence of one former commander of the Tal Shiar, the agent formerly known as Commander Palace.
Or the Palace formerly known as Agent.
Or Commander, either one works. And so you were directed by Keegan to an apparent Section 31 base that had been co-opted by the commander, but had since, security protocols stepped in and prevented the commander from doing anything. Now they're trapped inside, and you are trying to figure out how to get inside to, I presume, arrest him.
You presume correctly. Although arrest
Or convince him to defect, yeah.
offer amnesty.
And of course, if none of those works, there's always cardiac arrest.
Shoot him in the face until he collapses.
Just have to stun, just at the heaviest stun we can manage.
Okay.
Sylvan would still find a way to end him.
So, you are now in orbit around the planet, in the system, and you have a scan of the station, of the area surrounding the station. So let me pull that up for you guys. There is the shield that is surrounding the station. There's a personnel airlock / dock that you can either put a shuttle up against and dock, or you can, just sort of manually force entry into. And you actually have no idea what's inside. All this lighter area are like rugged, like crops of rock outcroppings, like or canyons or things that basically make landing and moving through rather difficult. So if you were to land, it would be suggestible to go in that kind of area where there isn't much impeding your movement.
You mean the obvious kill box?
Yes, the obvious kill box.
Alright, so to summarize, we have a space station that's completely impervious to scans, surrounded by still an active shield, with foreign agents currently under duress inside, with no idea of how they got into the station in the first place.
You had detected that there was a cloaked vessel that had came and went.
That's not what I'm asking. I mean, we can assume at that point that the defensive measures were not active when Palace entered the station.
That would be give me an inside security roll.
Well, I'm thinking he didn't beam through the shields.
That would be a good guess.
The shields might not have been up at the time either, though.
Exactly.
So you don't know what was up, what was down, but somehow Palace and those with him, which he revealed there was a total of 5 people. Yeah, so the likelihood is that with that getting another momentum is that
Nice.
what something that Palace or the people that were with him activated the system and all the security measures enabled at once. So it was likely just a dead, unpowered, like seemingly innocuous station that, just went to hell in a handbasket kind of thing.
That's how 31 gets you.
Is anyone else thinking this is some kind of Venus flytrap?
Well, if it is,
It does
solution.
seem.
Yeah.
It does seem so, and it seems like it did exactly what it was designed to do.
It's like Pelos was handed over to us on the silver platter. Except that silver platter is trying to kill us. Or him.
Well, either way, it presents an interesting opportunity, to say the least, if we can get through it.
Stopper number 1 is we have to deactivate those shields. Or at least find a way through them. Is there any possible way of sending a shuttlecraft through it? Possibly a runabout.
Okay, that would be my thing. Would this be like an insight or a reason engineering thing?
I'm going to say reason engineering.
All right.
Nice.
I think Safan would like to consider some tactical options here too.
Yeah, I will allow a reason security, assist on this. So it'll be a difficulty 3 task.
Yeah, my
Okay.
initial plan right now is to possibly get a outfit a runabout for a breach if we have to. Get some security fire teams on board with a couple senior officers and see if I can get those people out.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
okay, I'm assuming my small craft focus applies here.
So this is about mainly about how to disrupt shielding. So I'm not going to allow that.
Okay then.
Infiltration focus, Baz?
I will allow infiltration focus.
All right, I'm going to take a dive. Take
You
a
can't,
dive.
you're
Sorry,
assisting.
guys.
You can't as an assistant.
Oh, I'm assisting. Sorry, I thought I was rolling my own thing.
No,
No, that's fine.
Okay, so you
I
Nice.
thought you needed it.
Okay, so there are a number of ways that a shuttlecraft can do this. There is the tradition, you can just either fire and cause a temporary destruction to an area of the shield, particularly with the shuttlecraft, since the weapons are less. It's less likely to do damage to the broader structure, or you could basically do science out of it and construct disrupt the shield in a local area because of field interactions kind of situation. So it's up to you how you want to do this.
Okay, so here's my idea. We take an away team with as much of ourselves as we want to put on, and then a security fire team. We also take at least 2 to 3 members of Fenrir Squadron in their own craft. And if possible, I'd like our shuttle to be piloted by Captain Holt. Commander Holt. We had them, might as well start using them. Because I'm worried about what that station might have in terms of outside defenses. Phaser turrets, possibly photon torpedoes, something like that.
It is logical to expect the station to have exterior defenses,
Exactly.
and that is a reasonable security precaution. I concur.
All right. Well then, what's the best way to get through those shields?
Well, we could rig a runabout to act as a breaching pod.
A focused pulse from the main deflector may temporarily bring the shields offline long enough for us to take a shuttlecraft across.
How much time would it take to get that set up? And would that do any damage to our deflector?
Damage to the deflector would be insignificant, if any.
Just want to make sure we don't burn it out or something.
Unless you're planning to use it as a phaser, no. Not going to.
Hopefully not.
Unless you roll complications, it'll be fine.
I'd like the idea of temporarily disrupting the shields using the main deflector, but are we able to get a good angle for it?
Well,
Are the is the asteroid field around the station stationary or is it in motion?
that's for you, Baz.
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. It is moving, but it's not particularly active. It's more like a stable orbit kind of situation.
So it's predictable.
It's predictable.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, let's get that plan into motion.
All right, so I will need firstly. Actually, you know what? I will have whoever's doing the science on this, since Steph's not here, someone will have to take over for that, I guess. I could have
Nice.
Iris
Maybe
do
Roxy.
that.
Yeah.
So Iris will take the main role. I will have Alvarado assist with maneuvering,
Sure.
and the Valkyrie will assist. Well, I'm just trying to think what system.
Computer science?
I'll say computer science. Yes, that was the one I was leaning towards anyway.
Okay.
All right, so I better roll for Iris.
Well, the ship gives an assist.
Iris is gonna take a die just in case.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna say allow power systems on this as Iris's focus. So rolling 3 dice.
Oh,
And-
score.
Alvarado.
Ah.
Crap.
So we're getting this all set up, and Alvarado butt sits on the console Riker style, except that we don't have the console locked, and it just fires a swarm of torpedoes.
All right. So what the rule? What this is going to be?
Do
Alvarado's
we wanna
maneuvering wasn't quite optimal, and it has sort of affected the targeting, which means that the shield is affected, but it's going to be.
Oh, we're just setting up. We're not going to fire it until we're actually out there.
Okay.
We have no idea how long it'll take the shields to reboot. So
Okay, so this is you've got the settings locked in. Alvarado will be in a awkwardly position when that happens. So in that case, I will just increase the difficulty by 1 when you actually activate it.
Can Charo help figure that out? How long it would take for the shields to reboost once they've been taken down?
it'd be difficult. These aren't exactly standard Federation shields.
Well, he could definitely try. I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
Okay, what would I be rolling?
I'm just thinking about that. It's something science. What's his insight like?
10.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Better than mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with insight, because this will be more like practical expectations rather than actual knowledge.
Okay, would my security systems focus come into...
I will allow that focus to come into play.
Okay.
Nice.
I said it was difficulty 3, wasn't it? So momentum.
You said 2 initially, but
With the complication,
Yeah.
I imagine it would probably go up.
because of the complication, yeah.
Okay, so you are max. You have one free momentum spend, because otherwise you're going to lose it.
I don't have cautious or anything, so I could probably grab that momentum and use it for a extra dice.
that would be related to the previous roll.
Oh, okay. So if you guys want to use that for
If you want to use for an information spend, or otherwise it's just going to be removed.
I'd like to know if they were standard Federation shields or not.
They're certainly based on standard Federation shields, but there are modifications to them.
That makes sense.
Essentially to assist in the interference and shielding of not only what's in there, but to help prevent sensors piercing through it as well.
Okay, if it's alright with everyone, I'd like to grab a momentum.
Go. We're full up.
Alright, here we go. We're Lustos' first roll.
Mason River.
Okay, so you did get that. The shields are going to be disrupted for about not quite a minute, about a minute. Like 45 seconds to a minute.
Captain, once the shields go down, they'll be down for maybe about a minute before they come back on.
So we're going to be we're going to be already in the area before we set that off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's doable.
Would it be doable to obtain a transporter lock once the shields are offline, or is there a transport inhibitor on this base as well?
It might be best to presume there would be one, considering the clandestine nature.
Indeed.
And the fact that we can't scan the base.
Yeah, we would be able to get locks.
That's true.
And even if we were able to find out if there is one, based on what happened last time, the base could just lie to us.
Indeed.
Yeah, I want to get some pattern enhancers on these people and then try to beam them out.
Captain, I was wondering if I could request coming away on the away mission.
I was going to suggest it.
And this is Lustos, not Loren.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Operation.
I was definitely going to suggest bringing along a medical officer. But
he's not. Loren's not much of a doctor.
Doesn't he have emergency medicine?
I presume we're taking the CMO though, so.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have emergency medicine. All of his stuff is basically psychology stuff.
Oh, okay.
Stefan has a medicine score of 3, which is not horrible.
Okay.
Like, in a pinch, Stefan could probably do first aid.
Okay.
Charo wants to go because he's got the good security skills and he just got that new computer security thing.
All right. Yeah, having more heads to go through whatever kind of security. What am I thinking of?
Systems.
Thank you. Yeah. I can talk good tonight. But yeah, no. I mean, assuming out of the senior staff, we're talking. Well, I'm going because it's my problem. This is my problem, and I'm going to fix it. Damn it. I'm assuming I'm going. Zaka's going. Stefan's going. Yeah, you mentioned that Charo wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
The operations manager, yeah.
And I was going to suggest our pilot be Commander Holt from Fenrir Squadron. If that's okay.
Sarah, you're still on push to talk if you're talking.
I'm not talking. She hasn't been contacted yet.
So I take it Lustos will be doing the computer engineering side, or do you want Zaka as well?
We're definitely going to want to have Zaka on that away team.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Okay.
I want a dedicated engineer.
Okay. It probably would be best to keep Ankaro on board anyways.
Yeah. And you already have experience with Section 31 software, etc.
And I know how to fly the shuttle in case something happens to Commander Holt.
Yeah.
If something
And-
should happen to Commander Holt on the shuttle, you being able to fly might be the least of our worries.
This
That's
is
a fair
true.
point.
This is true, but we should always be prepared.
Yeah.
And also a security contingent. About 4 guys or so.
Oh, the red shirts.
Yeah, red shirts, basically.
Poor red shirts.
As long as we're not bringing along a motorcycle, Captain, I foresee no difficulty.
Just never gonna let that down, are you?
And I would like to outfit the Irma for having I would say both an armory and a brig, just in case.
Alright, interesting.
We're going to offer them the chance to defect, amnesty, whatever word you want to call it. But if not, we're going to have to take them into custody.
Alright, so modify the aft compartment to function as a brig.
Well, we'll just swap it out. I mean, those are modular sections.
Yeah, but there's not a brig module.
So yeah, this will have to be a control engineering difficulty 3 to do that.
Yeah, control engineering.
Difficulty 3, and we'll make it structure engineering, I guess, for the Valkyrie.
I'm surprised there isn't a brig module. You think there would be?
Well, so literally all you would do is you take the normal, like, living quarters and then you just lock the door.
Do you want some assistance with that?
Yeah, I would like assistance with that. I'm also taking a die.
Okay, your
And,
small craft focus will apply.
Yep.
Yay!
What would Charo roll if he's assistant?
Control engineering. Same as me.
Yeah,
Same thing.
it'll be the same thing.
Oh,
Would
nice roll.
would my security systems come into play here to help out?
I will allow that, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, you got the momentum back.
And then the ship has to roll too. So it was structures engineering, right?
Structures engineering. And another momentum
All
back
right.
to full.
Woohoo! All right, so we have modified the hell out of that aft compartment.
And
So the bunk beds are now really uncomfortable. The replicator has been removed. And we've made it so that the temperature is very uncomfortable strictly for Romulans.
We don't have to be jerks about it.
They can't try and escape. It's been encrypted. They cannot get out.
Yep, there's force fields
Y-
through the
y'all-
doors.
Y'all had Safan test it before we left.
And by test, we mean threw him into there.
I
So-
keep forgetting that I'm a Betazoid. That's so bad.
so if you want to test it, do an inside security roll.
Okay. Espionage or infiltration focuses.
Yes.
Correct. 1 success.
You have no idea how to even start doing this.
Masterfully done, Commander.
Thank you. And we shut the door.
Safan just raises an eyebrow.
Charo's just off to the side, like kicks the ground a little. I helped too.
You did good. You did good. We should go before he gets mad.
Yep, he just leaves.
Jeez.
so Stefan is locked in there and is.
Yep. We'll let him out when we leave.
Let them out.
So is Holt flying the shuttle, or is she on the squadron?
I would suggest fly the shuttle and have 2 other Fenrir Squadron guys with us as part of the wing.
Roger, roger.
A flight group, whatever you want to call it.
Roger, Roger.
I don't know the terminology.
A wing.
Wind people.
Flight wings
Yeah.
are larger than flights. You know this.
Yeah, I know, but I also know that Starfleet plays fast and loose. So
Oh boy, howdy do they. Then yeah, no, I mean with that, I think we're ready to the away team.
Alright, so I will make the cult do a difficulty 2 control con with the Peregrine engine con as an assist. The shuttlecraft, sorry.
Engines con, you said?
Engines con for the shuttle Irma.
Okay.
I'm saying my helm operations and small craft focuses apply.
Yes, you will have focuses for these. Okay.
And the Irma helps. Actually, hang on a second. That should be a crit.
No, it's a con of
no,
2.
it's con of 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll to
yeah,
four.
sure. I forget that the small crafts are so crappy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so even the Valkyrie doesn't have a con of 4. It's got a 3, but not a 4. So the Commander Holt does indeed masterfully command the shuttlecraft, her crew, her 2 squad members of the squadron come in, fly in formation behind. As they start approaching the base, they're getting ready in position.
Fenrir Squadron on me.
Just ready now for the shield to be taken down.
Alright, Valkyrie. Take the shot.
Okay, so this will be control science.
And that'll be you doing it.
Iris?
Yep.
This is. I'm going to allow her to use the collaboration focus since it's all timed and part of a team thing. She will use a momentum.
What's the ship rolling?
The ship will roll the same computer science.
Okay.
Just double checking that everything is the same. She'll have to do.
Oof.
Was that the Valkyrie's roll or the shuttle?
Yeah.
That was the Valkyrie.
Ouch.
Well, we got 3.
Okay, so yep, that'll do. That was the 3 that was needed for
Yep.
an accurate shot. So you have the shuttlecraft and the Fenrir back up, have their 40 seconds to a minute to actually get in under the shield.
It is a tense moment as we slide up to dock onto the station.
Alright, so as you pass through the shield, nothing happens. It's quiet.
Nothing in this case is good. Let's hope
I
our luck
still-
persists.
I'm not going to say it's too quiet, but it definitely feels that way.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I know.
I concur.
So are you docking or are you just landing and walking into the airlock?
We're going to try and dock.
Okay, so that'll be
Yeah.
another control con check. It'll be a easy difficulty 1 check.
I would actually say dock, disembark the away team, and then get the shuttle back out of the shield before the shield comes back online.
I think we're going to be inside the shield bubble in this case. My current plan is to find a way to interface with the station systems and deactivate the shield so we can decouple safely.
Just so you know, Timber is very good in her security, and she is tough as nails.
Nice.
She's got
But-
a 17 resistance.
But
Oh,
ideally,
Stress.
nice.
Yeah. 17 resistance means impervious.
17
That's
stress.
insane. In 17 resistance.
Stress, y'all. It's okay though.
Jesus, my stress is only, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow.
Human resolute, man.
Pilots are built like the ships they fly.
Mm-hmm.
I've only got 11.
Alright, so, yeah. So one more for the shuttlecraft control and engineering, the engines con, sorry. For the,
Would this be engine con or would it be structure con?
Either way, it's a success.
Yeah.
Alright, so you back up to full momentum. And you hear the clunk of the shuttle systems and the base, like lock into each other as they basically, hold on to each other. A brief spout of some kind of gas hissing, and the airlock is open, ready to be used.
Alright, I'm taking a Type 3 for this.
Okay,
Yeah,
so anyone taking a Type 3 will be spending a momentum and giving me threat.
I've got my Type 2 already. It's on my character sheet.
Yeah. Might I suggest, with the Type 3s being a little costly, that we just give one to, say, Safan and to Timber?
Actually, my security stat's really good, so.
Yeah,
And
so,
I have a focus in phasers.
yeah, Mazaka's also got a good security focus, and he's going to take one too.
Okay, so that's 4 people. So it'll be 4 momentum spent and 4 threat given to me.
I
Yeah.
would suggest that Timber stays on the ship. Unless they really want to come with us on the away team, but it's my suggestion that they stay on the ship just in case we need a fast we need to bug out really fast. That way they can keep the shuttlecraft hot.
That works.
Alright, so I'm counting for 3. Ted, Safan, and Mzaka all have...
Actually, I'll just stick with the Type 2. I don't want to. I don't want to spend too much momentum on this.
Okay.
Alright, so costs...
What is our security detachment bring?
They would be Type 2 normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's standard. 30 extras. They don't even have SAG. Come on, guys.
I actually have an interesting question. How's everybody's emotional status right now?
Tense.
Nervous.
Prepared.
Okay, that's interesting.
Alright, so you feel the
Timber's
tension.
kinda like, whatever.
Yeah. you
Timber's
feel,
like, whatever.
you feel the tension for most of the crew, except for Safan and Holt, who are seasoned professionals. They're the calm in the storm kind of situation. There is nothing happening, but you sense that everyone is expecting everything to fall apart at any second.
Baz, actually, I would like to spend another momentum and give you another threat. I'm actually going to take a pulse grenade with me.
Okay.
Rigged for EMP, in case we need it.
Smart.
Okay.
Very.
So with that spent, you're ready to open the doors and see what awaits.
Are we able to get a scan outside of the hole, see if there's anything out there?
It's going to be a difficulty 3. You can certainly give it a try. Iris isn't down on there, so you'll have to figure out who's going to do the scanning.
No, my science is 3.
My science is 2. I'm not that good at it.
My science is 3.
Are you making this a science scan or a tactical scan, Baz?
Or an engineering scan.
Well, is what, what are you scanning for? Like what?
I guess I'm trying to scan for any life signs or any kind of active energy signatures that could be construed as some kind of anti-personnel system.
Okay. You know,
I'm trying to basically scan for
I
threats.
will give you a security scan. So, Stefan, give me a reason security check.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
Who else has a good, decent security and wants to assist?
I have 4.
I've got a
Yeah.
3.
I
but
will
I've
allow
got
one
a
person to
focus in
assist on
security.
this.
Ted.
Yeah.
It's got to be Ted.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Observation focus.
I will allow observation focus on this.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
so reason security.
Reason security for both of you.
Okay. Damn it! Reroll.
Spending 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
And the shuttle?
this is your I assume
Yeah, region trade orders.
tricorders on this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
It's not mine.
there is energy systems available in the next room that you're not particularly sure what it is, but there is something active. You're not detecting any people, any you're actually not detecting a lot of much. Most of the bay seems very empty from your scans. There's something. There's the power supply that you are detecting is coming from the let's say the left hand side of the room. As you're looking into it, there's something there on the left hand side, but you're not sure what it is.
All right, we're gonna have to assume that we're going into a hostile situation. It's probably best to stack up on the door. And I'm going to nod to Stefan. Do we want to go in first, or do we want to send in the red shirts first?
Stefan?
Done.
Might be muted, dude.
Yeah, I had a sneezing fit. Sorry.
Oh, I get that.
I would not ask one of my crew members to undertake risk for which I am equally or more prepared. I will take that.
I did not say red shirts in character. I'm not that insensitive.
I know.
Then all right, open the door.
The door's open. The lights are on.
But no one's home.
But yeah, it's there isn't anyone there, as your scans did indicate. There is a shelf on the other side. It seems you've come into a cargo bay.
Okay.
I just need to flip over to the map.
First reaction for Stefan would be to kind of visually inspect, look for threats, look for probably take cover behind one of those containers.
Okay, so the container's there. So what you see, you're coming in from the left hand side of the screen. So
From the left, okay.
From the left hand side. What this is, I'm using an image from Voyager. So what the Borg enclave,
The Borg stuff isn't there.
the Borg stuff isn't there, but instead there are a series of robots that look. They look like they're basically a small gravity sled with a mechanical robotic grasping arm on the side of it to pick up. That looks like they pick up and move things. There's about 6 of them, all sitting in a row. Where the barrels are, there's in one. There's a pile of very neatly stacked bags On the other pile, there's more bags, but these are a bit smaller than the others.
Okay.
I would like to
Would that be a
scan.
decent place for cover, or
Let's get a let's spot for threats, but let's not assume automatically that we're going to be under fire.
Yeah, I was going to scan the robots to see if they were some sort of... if we need to be concerned about them. I mean, they sound like they're just cargo pallets, but who the hell knows with Section 31, right?
I mean, just because
Right.
they're cargo pallets doesn't mean they're not dangerous.
Uh-huh. We are not making an L&I complaint tonight.
Alright, so give me a inside engineering roll, difficulty 2. I will allow a focus to apply from you for these.
I was actually going to use my tricorder, so I actually was going to scan them.
Yeah, so I'm telling you what to roll for it.
Isn't the tricorder reason?
Sorry, reason.
Yeah. Because inside stuff like inductive reasoning.
spot checks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so what you do scan is that these are robots, and they've got significant processing power. They've got in terms of it's not really AI, but it's sort of like a machine learning kind of basic vision recognition systems and
Oh, it's VI. Virtual intelligence.
It's like the kind of stuff that we can do nowadays with robotics. Identify something and know what's around it and work according to that.
Right.
The Roombas.
Yeah, or I was going to say it's the Amazon drones inside the warehouse.
So you do know that you're able to determine that these robots, even though they've got the processing for that, don't have their own beyond that they don't their
They don't
orders
have
come
like IFF.
their orders come from a different system. They don't operate independently. They get orders, then use their sensors and stuff to fill out those orders.
Well, let's hope there's not any rogue AIs on this station.
We already know there's at least one hostile operating system. Speaking of, now that we're on the station, are we able to get a more clear look of the layout, the blueprints, the schematics?
With the scans, what you've done, there's from what you can tell, there are 3 basic areas. There's a cargo bay where you are. There is some kind of, the energy usage is some kind of work area. You're unable to. You would have to see exactly what is in there, but from the 3rd area is basically just seems like some kind of barracks.
Alright, definitely want to find the control room. Possibly security room. That might be one of the same.
So from what your scans, that probably would be the next room.
Let's go to
the
ops.
workroom, wherever that is, whatever that's purpose is, would all be in there.
Is it possible while we're in this room to scan for to find a console and look for any active security measures that are on currently or that might be in place on the?
I think it'd be easier to do that in ops rather than right in this cargo bay. There's probably a strict division of information. At least that's my guess, knowing how paranoid Section 31 is.
You can, if you want to, you can try and get whatever information you can from the cargo bay system. You're not entirely sure what will be in there.
I'm just worried about traps. That's
me
all
too.
I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to at least try, maybe.
Ooh, I don't know. If we try and the AI catches us, or whatever operating system is.
I mean, if anything bad happens, just blame it on Charo.
If anything bad happens, we will likely not be alive to blame it on anyone.
That's true. I'd at least like to try if that's okay. just to make sure we're not going to try and open the door and it's going to explode in our faces type of thing.
All right, yeah, sure.
All right, so give me definitely one reason engineering. I will allow your computer security focus to apply.
All right.
And also, I'm going to direct 2 of the red shirts to secure this room and basically keep it unoccupied. Basically, defend our escape route.
Okay. All right, so you get a momentum. The computer system is in a lockdown, so there isn't much you can get about what the general base. But beyond the general cargo information, you do find that there is security measures are active, pending activation. So things haven't been activated yet, but it looks like they could be.
I'll relay that to the captain. It's possible that things have been activated, Captain.
We'll have to keep our eyes out. Well, we're not going to learn anything more by staying here. Let's get moving.
So you're trying to move on to the next room?
Yeah.
All right. So as you press the chime, the call button, you hear the robots activate.
Immediately whip around.
And they start moving towards the closest person who's there, and like the grubby hands start extending just a little bit, and like flex aggressively.
Open fire.
So I will give the first round to you guys.
Figured.
So
I would
there's-
suggest we let Mazaka use that EMP grenade.
I'm saving that in case there's we have to blow our way out of the core.
I think it'd be interesting to try and find a console and see if we can shut them down.
You can give that a shot.
tick.
You can try that. I'm taking a shot.
Time is ticking. Who's doing what? Roll.
I'll fire. I will
I'm shooting.
fire.
Okay.
I'm shooting too.
Mzaka, roll control security.
Okay. Control security. This is not focused. So... And I miss.
And the blast just skirts in between the claws as one of them opens up. Do you guys
I'm also firing.
have keep the initiative? Is that something
Safan has quick to action, I believe.
quick
Let me
action?
double check. That is, yep, I do.
Okay, so then Ted will roll control security.
All right, he's gonna minor action aim and then fire. So.
Yep.
And I have grand faces of focus.
Okay, roll. Okay, so which one are you hitting?
The closest one to one of my crew.
Okay, I will just create a random list of these 6 and keep status of them that way. Okay.
Alrighty, and time to fire type 3.
Okay, roll damage.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so
6, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
okay, so you do 7 damage because it's a machine 3 system, so it's got 3 resistance. But it will spend 2 threat to keep itself up. And now it's a robot's turn. So the robot is going to spend a threat to give itself an extra die and activate one of its special abilities, to it's basically like a cautious for grabby hands as they try and grab and crush you, literally.
Who is it trying to grab?
I'm going to do a couple of rolls.
Hope it's one of our red shirts.
One is a red shirt, two is a player. It's a red shirt.
Oh no, are we finally going to lose our first away mission red shirt?
Okay, and...
We're about to.
Time to prove the situation's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
let me just double check its stats.
How many of these damn things are there? 6?
6 of them, and they've got Vicious 1. As
You
will
might want
find
to keep
out.
that grenade on hand.
So roll 3 dice. Okay, so that's someone roll for the red shirt. Give it a target of 12.
I think that should be Sarah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is the security detachment guys have character sheets down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Do they?
They do.
Angie, we're being attacked by a robot with pincer arm.
So that is going to be a 13 for them to 13 target number.
I imagine there's just a
Control
camera where you see
security.
there's a shot where you see the robot arm right below with the camera, and the guy just going no.
Daring security. It's
Daring.
It's
melee.
Okay.
It's going for the deadly titty twister.
Yeah.
Oh no! Not the. Oh shit! What is it? Not the wet willy.
Oh wait, these would
Oh,
have
the
focus
purple
in it,
nurple.
so that is definitely that's 4 successes.
Oh damn. Well, it didn't work.
So
Well, that's that red shirt's in trouble.
yeah, and they get 3 momentum back. 3 threats.
Crap.
So that's damage. It's 5 challenge dice damage all up. So
1,
that
2,
is
4,
5 with the vicious 1.
Well, we lost a red shirt.
Unless we want to keep him.
Actually, sorry, that would have been a deadly. So his bones are crushed.
Jesus
and
Christ.
it's all like horribly twisted, a red shirt, and as the claws open, just falls limply, like with arms and legs sprayed everywhere at impossibly just wrong angles.
Either shut this thing down or blow it up.
Working on it.
Okay,
Stefan's gonna take a shot.
okay, Stefan, take a shot.
Gonna take a minor action to aim, which, because of Deadeye Marksman, reduces my difficulty to 1.
Okay,
And I'm gonna aim for one of the devices that has not yet moved.
okay.
Nice.
Okay, you get a momentum.
Okay, and I'm gonna spend that momentum. Actually gonna spend that momentum to reduce its resistance by 2.
Okay.
And another momentum to re-roll those zeros.
Oh,
Fuck
jeez.
that.
Make sure you hit enter in the challenge box.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So that is enough.
That is still, yeah, it's still
Oh
5
no,
damage. Barely.
it's 1 resistance. Because you resisted
Oh,
to
for
2.
fuck's sake.
You
Okay.
can spend the last momentum in order to
You can
do
do
that 1 extra damage.
You can
Yeah,
do,
well, I'm gonna do that.
okay, so
Sorry, guys.
You've knocked down robot number 6 or Rubit number 6.
Okay.
As it just spurts
And with my
like
free commander, the grenade.
I think it is our turn now.
so is it Amzaka or is Loren's character going next?
That depends. I think we went, so now the enemy goes, right?
Quick to action.
Quick to action allows for the
Okay.
first round.
Yeah. When do you guys want to go?
I can try to shut them down, or you can throw a grenade if.
Are you muted? I think he's muted. You are muted.
I was trying to say, I've already gone.
Okay, then
okay,
it's,
so
it's
then
that's
I will.
right.
It helps if you unmute yourself and then say it.
Yes, yes.
All right, so
It does.
give me a control engineering difficulty 3, with a focus to try and shut these things down.
Give them a threat if you need to.
I don't
want
have
to.
it, like cautious or bold or anything like that. So, yeah, I'll go give you a threat for an extra momentum.
Okay.
All right, rolling. Wait, what am I rolling?
This will be control engineering or secure. Actually, allow security. Either one.
Engineering's higher.
Okay, so with a focus. Okay,
Nice.
you get a momentum back, and just as a second one starts approaching, let's see who it would approach.
Ooh.
As just as it's going, ooh, I'll need to roll another d6 to see who it's going to attack. And that is Ted.
Oh no.
Just as it goes to start to attack Ted, it just stops. Arms reset back to its original position. Then they return back to their stations.
Check on that officer right now.
Yeah, I'm already moving over to try and stabilize the crewman.
Okay.
I look over at Charo and Zaka. Dismantle those things immediately.
With pleasure, sir.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, so first I will need a medicine roll.
Okay, control medicine.
Dairy
Thank you for
medicine for
Dairy
first aid.
medicine?
It is actually, yeah.
Okay. I do not have a focus that applies here, but what's my difficulty?
1.
Okay. I'm gonna take a momentum, hoping to get it back.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, you medicined the crap out of that. Even though the body is severely broken and they're going to have a long-term rehabilitation and recovery from this, you've managed them to stabilize them to the point where they're not going to internally bleed out and so you're going to have to be careful about how you treat them, but in the meantime, they're safe enough.
I am so trying not to hear those thoughts or feel those emotions, but that is difficult.
Get them on board back to Irma. And I walk over to him. You're gonna be fine, Lieutenant. You're gonna be fine.
Okay,
I'm hoping that lieutenant is unconscious, frankly.
he is the red shirt is actually unconscious from the pain.
I can't feel my legs.
That's because you don't have any legs, Jimmy.
So the legs are actually still on, but it'll take a
I
while.
know.
Okay, so if you're going to try and shift him, give me a control security roll just to see how well you do it, and if you exacerbate the problems.
I'll take lead on that. And I'm going to spend a momentum again here.
Go for it.
What's my difficulty, Belle?
It'll be 2.
Okay. Got the momentum back.
Okay, so you got the momentum back. You're working with one of the other red shirts. Actually,
he's
I
a
will
Vulcan. I
need
guess
someone
we
to
could
assist you, just in case there is. So
I'll
who
do
do
it.
you want to assist?
Me, I'm going.
Okay.
He's my crew member. I'm gonna be. All right, control security.
Control security.
Okay.
Okay, so between you, you carefully cradle the broken parts of his body and as a unit lift together and take him back into the shuttle and lay him down. Where do you want to? There isn't much room, but you find somewhere to one of the footrest. Find somewhere long to lay him down, and you place him down. Nothing seems to have changed. There's no signs of any further damage. What have you done? And you're pretty certain that, well, that you'll get him out of here as long as the shuttle survives. Anyway.
It's starting to look a little iffy at this point. Yeah, Ted just kind of gets a frustrated sigh and heads back out into the station. There's not much to say at this point.
Alright, so are you going to try and move on again?
I was gonna. I think Zaka and Char are just mentioned.
Oh yeah. Give me a definitely one control engineering. It's not that difficult to.
All right, I'm going to take the lead on this as the CO.
I can just assist. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm taking a dice for extra momentum because I'm fucking ripping these damn things apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't need
do I have
to.
Okay.
Do I have a focus that would apply here?
Yeah, I need to ask the same thing.
Anybody have a
I'm
robotics
thinking-
focus?
Not this kind of robotics.
I mean, it can't be that difficult. It's just Federation technology. Just pull out the battery.
I'm wondering if does my demolitions focus apply?
I mean, this is a controlled destruction rather than a blow it up chaotic destruction.
Damn
I mean, presumably you have something like this on Earthship.
I'm gonna say no, but it's a definitely one task, so I mean there isn't
Okay.
likelihood going to mess it up anyway.
I'm still taking that momentum for that extra die. though.
Okay, I have taken the
fine.
momentum. Oof.
Well, shit. I'm gonna
Not
take.
that it helped.
I'm going to.
Did you have cautious?
No, I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to reroll 1 die
Okay.
because I just need 1 success.
Yep.
2 16s and an 18.
Yeah. So taking those 2 momentum, re-rolling 1
Okay, so
success.
with the assistance
Lorenz
from
for-
Lucius, everything washes out at the end. So you both together, you're able to, like, you're having trouble, like, you see the robot that has the blood, and it takes you a moment to try and, get your head around the situation and get it into work mode. But eventually you push yourself and you get into that mode and you just start tearing these things apart. The components of it are all 5 remaining working ones are
Die,
strewn,
motherfuckers!
on the ground.
There's just a scene of Mazaka and Charo, and you can just hear, damn, it feels good to be a gangster as they're beating it with, like, Hydra spanners and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the scene out of Office Space at this point.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm referencing.
Alright, so finally I come back, we see the destruction. Let's look around for everybody to get back together. We're gonna head to the next room.
I see Razaka has dismantled the systems with his usual efficiency.
Good.
He's holding one of the arms as a trophy.
Charo's gonna pocket a bunch of wires just in case.
Very well. So you move.
Masaka is gonna pull himself and be like, "Those go under quarantine when we get back. We're gonna make sure these damn things don't infect our systems."
Understood.
All right. So you try again, and this time the door does open to reveal some kind of scientific laboratory.
I would suggest extreme caution in here.
Okay, so this holodeck area that the top right is actually not actually a holodeck. It's like a closed off quarantine type area. But apart from that, it's as you see here, a path coming in from where you were on the left, but there's an actual another door on the other side heading towards the quarters.
Alright, tricorders out, scanning for active threats.
I can assist whoever needs assisting.
Any energy buildups, any kind of toxicity in the air, anything.
I guess I'll take the lead on that.
Alright, so if someone wants to do like a biological threat, someone needs to do a science, and Mzaki, you could do an engineering.
I'll take the science.
No, you don't have EPS now anymore, do you?
Me? I have EPS systems.
Okay, then you'll have that focus supply.
Yeah, he used them to kill a Borg. He's keeping EPS systems.
Oh yeah. It's also relevant to his AI research. I am taking a momentum again for another die because I'm rolling like shit tonight. So
Truly.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a threat for bold.
Okay.
yeah, that's what we fucking need. Give the GM more threat. All right, 3 successes.
Okay.
And I'm rolling for the biological contingent, and I am going to re-roll that one.
Okay, so you get 1 momentum each. Mzaka, pretty much everything here has an energy profile that it sort of exceeds what you'd expect of it. There is
Captain.
yeah. I will leave it at that. As far as the captain goes, the air is, particularly sterile. From what you can tell, this lab actually used to work on something that might have been contagious. So they were very careful to quarantine any work on that to the quarantine area. As
this a
this general
bioengineering lab?
workspace is otherwise particularly sterile.
Is this a bioengineering lab?
Are you saying that
If
in
you want to
character?
use them,
Yeah. No, I'm asking like obtain information.
Okay, obtain information. This, there was definitely some kind of biological weapon work. The detail, you would have to spend more information, ask more questions to work out exactly what was being done here, but there was experiments with some kind of biological material.
Alright, so what do you hear? See if you can link up to the main computers, possibly the internal communication systems. I want to know what the hell they were researching in this lab.
Captain, I'd hold off on that for a moment.
What?
I am reading power signatures for everything in this room, but they're above Starfleet standards.
You remember that? I don't like that. Can we
It
do
is
like a
likely to be
tactical
faced-
sweep of the?
Tactical sweep, what you were saying, Safan?
Oh, I was saying it's likely that there are countermeasures in this room, just as there were in the room before.
We might have to presume that every single room in the station has countermeasures.
Indeed,
Booby
which
traps.
would make determining anything dangerous until we reach the control center and deactivate the defenses.
So from
And
what you
especially
can
this-
tell, this is the only thing that would qualify as a control center.
And then, as it stands, I want to try and connect with the main computer.
I can attempt it, Captain.
Captain,
Do what you have to.
Before we do that, may I make a recommendation?
What?
I'd like us to backtrack to the shuttlecraft and don EV suits. Just in case one of the booby traps ends up being a biological contagion.
I think we brought enough UV suits to everybody.
I mean, you could just replicate them inside the shuttle.
Are they replicatable? I was never quite sure.
Yeah,
No.
they're replicatable for emergencies.
Wait, did we still have the replicator? Because I thought we ripped it out.
Yeah,
We ripped it out of the back
did.
room.
You
The back room. The back room replicator we ripped out. There's still
okay.
there's still like the cargo one in like the side compartments. Because we also added an armory.
Okay, I will allow that.
If that was the case, we'd have to replicate suits for the Romulans as well.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. If
Instead of the
nothing
full
else-
EV suits, how about just breathe masks?
Depending on the nature of the biological contaminant, breath masks alone may not be enough.
We've no way of knowing if it would be airborne, if it would just be by touch.
Additionally, any suits we would provide to the Romulans in the event of an outbreak would be too late.
It would prevent them from infecting others.
We can presume that if there's any kind of biological contaminant countermeasure, it's going to be fast-acting. The design of that wouldn't be to incapacitate; it'd be to kill.
Or to be a carrier.
I don't know. If it was a carrier, then that implies someone escaping, and I don't think that's the idea.
It's your call, Captain.
Go ahead and replicate the suits, but I don't think they'll be necessary.
Alright, so Masaka's gonna come back with like enough EV suits for everyone.
Okay, so everyone dons their particular EV suit as they're handed to it.
Keeping the helmet off for now.
Just give a insight security, Stefan, for me.
Yeah, I could do that. Do I have a focus that applies? Observation, espionage?
I will, this observation.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
This will be difficulty 2.
Alright, I'm going to take a momentum, everyone.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so as you look around, everyone does appear to have properly put on their EV suits, and I'm going to say for the point of this, you have a resistance of 1 for damage. At the
All right.
point.
Okay. So, computer systems now?
Yeah, let's see if we can access the main computer.
Alright.
And I wanna do a walk around the room, see if I can ascertain exactly what they were working on.
Alright.
And I'm gonna assist Charo.
Okay, so Charo and Mzaka roll first. Control, engineering. One of you can do control. One of you can do reason. I will let you determine which one does which.
I will do control.
Okay. All of mine are the same score, so it's fine.
If we're specifically working on microbiology and infectious diseases, would Stefan be able to assist me using his medical score?
I will allow a reason medicine assist from Stefan.
Okay.
And I will do
What
science.
is...
So first from
What's our target number we're reaching?
the target number is going to be 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't have anything relates to biology exactly, so I'm going to I'm gonna give you another threat for bold.
Okay.
All right. Journey, you ready to roll?
Yep. I'm assuming I have a focus here, like security systems or
I will
computer security.
allow computer security to apply.
And my computer's research for me.
Yeah, I will allow that.
Okay. Well, shit. Mazaka's useless.
Okay, so both of you receive 2 damage as you're electrically shocked trying to go through the deal with the computer system.
Jesus.
Christ! Big Spark yanking hands back.
It's that one blue lightning effect from TNG.
Yeah. This, if it rolled an effect, would have a knockback effect. So if there's a knockback effect, then you would have to spend a momentum to finish just doing the job.
Okay. Let me try. I can try a different approach. Instead of trying to go in through the computer itself, I can try and see if there are any holes or if there's maybe a back door or something that I can go through.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna contact Commander Holt and ask him to join us here on this control room.
Okay, so I will need Ted and Safan to do their roles.
Yeah.
Reason Science and Reason Medicine.
I feel like we're gonna need the extra manpower at this point.
All right, gotcha 1. There's 3.
I'm
Okay.
gonna re-roll that last one. No, actually, no. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let it. Is this a success? Because if not, I'm gonna let it.
That is a success, yes.
Okay.
You don't get any momentum, but you do get the success. So as you examine the system, there isn't any kind of traces of humanoid like material that would have been extracted on, but you do find traces of some kind of morphogenic material, something that changes along with like stuff
Oh,
around
shit.
it.
This is
Can
Komarova's lab.
Can I do a scan and see if that morphogenic material corresponds to what we know about changeling physiology?
Do a reason command.
Because I assume Odo
I'd
has had
almost
a few
make that like an
checkups.
insight medicine.
Yeah, I will.
Because I assume Odo has had a couple medical checkups, and Bashir said that over the Starfleet Medical.
This will definitely be medicine. I will allow reason or insight because it's
Well, I
whether
assume
you
that's
know
the
you've seen the. It's whether or not you've seen actually insight. Insight
I'm
medicine.
going to assume that Safan's been briefed on changing physiology, so I would like him to take the lead on this one.
All right, what's my difficulty?
So this will be 2.
2. All right, I'm gonna take a momentum for an extra die.
My insight medicine is the worst, so I'm not even going to bother to assist.
So I will give you a reason command to try and recall some information.
Your reason command, those are both attributes.
No, reason commands a discipline.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I'm done. Okay. Then I will
So,
just use
yeah, I'll go with insight medicine here.
Okay.
I kept thinking reason control for some reason.
I don't suppose my espionage focus would apply on this, Baz.
No, it's more remembering information that you
I
would
didn't
have
think so,
normally
but
seen.
figured it didn't hurt to ask.
Okay, not that you needed it.
4.
Okay, so you get 2 momentum. This seems to be specifically designed to. This is changeling, but different. It's being affected somehow.
research seems to have had some sort of effect on changeling physiology, Captain.
Some
The
sort
details of which I would suggest we attempt to bring back to Dr. Jar for study.
We'll take a reading of it. I'm not entirely inclined to take anything actual material back onto the Valkyrie at this point.
So this is when Doctor.
I suspect it would be
this
enough
Holt,
to take our tricorder readings.
This is when Holt walks in. No, so you've seen the all the robots, the unconscious body, the blood. Now you're here in this weird science lab.
You're that of an unruly system, Commander. I thought it best to put all hands on deck. Oh, sorry about that. That's a misclick. And you're still muted, Sarah.
Still on push to talk.
Yep.
Yo.
There we go.
Yay!
How's it going with the computers, gentlemen?
Well,
It
aside from
burns!
it hurts, but I have a new idea. I'd like to try and look for a backdoor, possibly. A hole in the system, as it were.
Make sure it's not a trap.
I can do that.
So just so you know, Mzaka, as you're like looking at the energy systems, there was a brief dip in the energy, but the energy back to what you would more normally expect, but it's very thin back up to where it was originally. From what you can gather from that, pretty much any piece of equipment you're going to interact with is going to zap you.
Stop! All of you. All the consoles are booby-trapped.
All right, then. Plan C. Can we find the power generator of the station and knock it out?
What about...
What if we were to interface through the tricorders, Captain?
It's probably the safest route.
Take the words right out of my...
Give it a shot. But yeah, Mizaka, you brought enough explosives to blow a hole in this thing, right?
He only brought the one grenade.
I mean, do you have explosives on the Irma?
I can go get some.
Yeah, we might need to just knock out the power systems, and by that I mean blow it up.
Aye, sir. So I guess I'm spending momentum and giving you a threat to get some C4.
Okay.
X-19, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
And I would like to use a tricorder to try and go into the system through a back door.
Alright, so let's give a control engineering with computer security. Reason engineering computer security.
Okay, does everybody mind if I take a dice?
Difficulty 3.
Go for
Go
it.
for it.
Can I assist with
Anybody...
reason security?
I was about to ask, if anybody else can assist, that would be great.
I will allow with a reason security assist from Stefan.
Okay.
Is anyone else concerned that considering
infiltration
the...
focus?
Sorry, what focus?
Infiltration or espionage?
I will allow this, yes.
Cool.
Is anyone else concerned that given the heavy security system we found so far, we were still able to make contact with Commander Pellis? I'm not saying that his own skills as a Tau SGR agent aren't up to snuff, but it seems unlikely that he was able to break through these security systems and make contact with the ship.
Okay, thank gosh.
Okay,
It's a shame Mizaka's at the runabout because he had some comments about that.
So you do get this access to the system. There is behind the screen, behind this panel of computers to the north, there is a hidden shielded energy room that generates all the power for the base.
Found the power room, Captain. Though, since we have access to the system now, we might not have to blow it up just yet.
Yeah, let's see what kind of access we have.
I would like to use my backdoor that I have found to go through the computer systems for
Okay, I will roll a challenge dice first. Okay. Nothing. You are able to proceed. Give me a same check as before. Though difficulty 2. Reason engineering.
Alright.
Alright,
Yeah. I'd still like to take a dice, if that's okay with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary character, not a lot of skills, but he's rolling good.
Oh, you actually get to... So this is a support character, and he's heavily used this episode. You actually get to add something.
Yep, I don't know if I can add it now or I'll add it later. I'll probably add it later.
It'll be after this episode that you'll add it. It won't be taken into play for this episode.
Right on.
Okay, you got it. You're able to. So you're trying to shut. What are you specifically trying to do?
Okay, for the moment, I would like to shut down the security systems, the shocking, and any other security systems I can find.
All right. So the only security systems that you do find are the shocking systems. Nothing has seemed to be. There doesn't seem to be anything else. Power levels return to a more normal, stable basis.
All right, I've shut the booby traps off, Captain. Power levels should be back to normal now. Is there anything specific that you want?
Yeah, see if you can get internal communications online, and also internal cameras, internal sensors. I
will do all of that.
Yeah.
All right. So give me actually, don't bother rolling. It's at this point you've actually no. There's still major you still got the major lockdown, even though the security systems, the deadly, the dangerous parts are locked down. The base is still under a lockdown, so it's not going to be an easy thing.
Okay.
That's still interfering with it.
Can I get rid of the lockdown?
All right. So give me another. I'm going to say difficulty 3 for this.
Okay. Would anybody like to assist?
Well, this is going to be the moment that Mazaka walks back in with a satchel, plastic explosives. So I can assist.
Yeah. I will take another dice for an extra. I will take another momentum for dice.
Okay.
What are you rolling?
This will be. I'll give control to you, reason to Lustos.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Baz?
Sorry, I didn't see the first roll. So that was a 3. So you have managed to shut down the lockdown of the system. There is subtle lighting shift as it happens. Everything just comes that little bit brighter as the music goes from ominous and scary to more standard.
Doesn't make it any less scary. We know what this place is.
Captain, we managed to shut down the lockdown. We should have full access to the systems now, without worry about being electrocuted.
All right. Give me a full dump of the system's logs.
Captain.
Alright, so as you start down, examine everything, the logs, they're all gone.
And I am. That's not surprising.
There
I would
are
like to,
there are no logs, Captain.
I would like to try to restore those logs.
And in the meantime, I want to get a hold of
Okay,
internal
so
sensors and
that'll
internal
be-
communications.
Okay, so Mzaka, give me a reason. Control engineering. This will be a difficulty 5 because section 31.
I would like
Um,
to assist him if possible.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
determination and momentum time.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm spending a determination. Almost walked the path of the peace, and Section 31 sure as hell ain't walking that path.
Not lately.
The creation of biological weapons. Jesus.
Nope.
Right.
Spending that last momentum for an extra die, and can I use my computer's focus?
I will allow that because
All right.
it is you're basically recovering computer data. So
All right, here we go.
What am I rolling?
as normal, but it doesn't seem like you need to.
One more.
Reason.
Yes, he's one more.
Reason.
Actually, not 6.
Reason.
That's 6.
Engineering.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
get my momentum back.
So you get a momentum back. I'm going to spend 2 threat. You do get some log information, but a lot of it is is just unrecoverable. What information do you want from that?
Anything, any and all.
Most of the information is pretty mundane.
Mundane can still lead to identification.
Movements, logistical movements of supplies. A note that about
Logistical movements could be useful.
this was note that the base was abandoned about a few weeks ago. Apparently, incomplete and completely sterile. Well, it would have been like 6 months ago or something like that when the base was shut down. Actually, they
Any reason? We're able to determine any reason why it was shut down.
there is a quick
My instinct tells me it was shut down because the Tal Shiar discovered its existence.
so the note that you do say is that the presence is a continued the fact that they're diverting stuff seems to be starting to attract attention.
So move to a different lab.
So either move different lab, so they're likely a move different lab, or there is a log that details when the base was constructed, the security measures that were involved, and but some of that is corrupted. But you see, you don't see who or like how did it, but you just see a list of the robots, the electrical enhancements, the shielding that's interrupting communications and transporter blackouts.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
This is still useful information. We can use it to track supply posts and so forth.
Yeah, get an idea of the logistical movements.
Captain, I'd like to suggest the Tal Shiar would have noticed the difference now. We might want to be prepared for them heading this way, if at all.
Actually, that's going to ask next. I want to get into internal sensors and internal communications.
Aye, aye, sir. I'm gonna access an internal security net.
Okay, so what are you looking at first? Sensors or trying to...
I want to know where the Romulans are right now, and then I also want to activate internal comm.
That.
Okay, so you see 5 Romulan life signs, in the quarters, in the bunks.
Hmm.
That should be in the
What
comms.
is? Hmm.
That's a bird.
I got you.
It's a Romulan bird, of course.
It's a bird of prey.
It's a raptor.
Yeah, so actually you do hear a quite trilling of bird as soon as you start up and hear Palace annoyingly grumble at it, at the bird.
All right. Seems I'm patched into internal communications. Commander Palace, this is Captain Data Chesko aboard the station.
Captain, so how are things going there?
Instead of answering, I'm going to say, I'm sending down a security contingent to escort you over to our landing craft. Disarm yourselves, and prepare to follow every instruction given to you.
And you are sure that no one is hurt?
Captain now.
There's a grin from Chara.
You're playing by my rules, motherfucker.
Alright, so...
I look over to Safan and just nod.
Commander, if you would like to accompany me.
Okay, so as you actually get in there...
Yeah, you can take hold of the 2 red shirts.
Okay.
Well, the one red shirt.
No, we have 2.
You brought in
I'm
4,
we left
didn't
one
you?
guy at the brought him 4. I assume we left 1 guy at the cargo bay, and then we brought 2 with us into this room.
So one's basically down and out, one's guarding the door, and there's 2 here.
Okay.
So the 3 of you enter the quarters. You find Palace. You find a woman, slightly taller, about the same age, and what's this? 3 children.
Oh no.
One, about a 16-year-old male, a 13-year-old female, and another 8-year-old. Those kind of ages.
At this, Stefan just lowers his weapon and says, "If you will accompany us, please."
The 16-year-old is looking a bit huffy, and he's the one that actually has the bird in a small little cage. You see Palace nod at you, and then come on. He sort of like, it's all right, and sort of takes the front and slowly and you see like glares from the kids and the wife, but they slowly start moving and follow after you.
Right, so we've gleaned everything about it, every scrap of information we can out of this control room, I'm assuming. Like, I assume even the pads are wiped from the data.
Yeah, right? every console is wiped.
And there's no like analog information. There's no books, papers, anything about.
Probably not.
There doesn't seem to be any kind of. You do actually. There's one other thing that you would have found. At the time the base was shut down, there is one other thing that part of the logistics was taking everything that wasn't basically screwed down with them, but a note that the robots, there's not really going to be any particular loose, and they're just going to be a thing that would draw attention, that they would be left as part of the security of the base rather than itself removed. Should anyone find it and start messing with it. So as Pulse reaches through the base and while he's in the lab.
Oh, we're not letting Pellis in the lab.
No.
Yeah, we're not letting Pellis in the lab.
Well, you sort of have to go through the lab to get to the...
You do? I assumed it was through a hallway. But okay, sure.
It's like from one building to the next, one room to the next.
Before he gets there, I'm basically covering any... I'm basically putting anything that relates to changelings out of sight.
Well, there isn't... The only bits of traces of changeling there were traces. There isn't really...
Nothing visible?
Nothing really visible.
Okay, that's fine then.
And besides, Mazaka's finished his computer search. He's, shut down everything, so there's nothing to see.
Okay, yeah.
Move along, nothing to see here.
So the five of them emerge from the quarter area of the base, behind Tafan. Well,
Ted turns around and he's actually a little bit taken aback for a moment because he realizes this is actually a family unit and he was expecting just, officers.
Well, Captain, may I introduce my family, since we're going to be spending some time aboard the Valkyrie, I gather. You have my first name is Ruvak. This is my wife, Valal. My 16-year-old son, Varaldath. My 13-year-old daughter, Rurak. And my youngest, Minel.
Well, pleased to meet you all. Pellis, as the situation stands, I'm prepared to offer you amnesty in exchange for cooperation. You and your family.
I thank you for that. I am, however, a bit concerned that the Federation would send me and my family back.
Were you to request asylum, I'm going to give you my personal guarantee that you're not going to be sent back to the Romulan Empire.
Alright, so he's going to do rolls.
Okay.
He is a suspicious Romulan.
That's fine. Can I do any roll to convince him?
Okay, he
critted both times.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He believes you.
Else, you know what kind of hard-nosed son of a bitch I can be when I put my mind to it.
Or I will accept. His wife sort of interferes, and ask him, I have dealt with him before. Even if he is on the wrong side of things, he is not one to manipulate the truth as much. We can trust him. The youngers are just sort of milling about there. They don't really know what to do. They're sort of scared, but sort of also glad that it wasn't, like a firing squad as well.
I'm actually going to approach the children and introduce myself to the other family members. My name is Stefan. I am, by blood, 1/4 Romulan.
You actually see Pellis, I can't remember what, got rid of the name, Ruvak, as I'm going to call him now, just nod his head and to his children to confirm that as they look for him. they sort of just smile and nod. They're still quite nervous. But, well, the younger ones anyway, the 16-year-old just...
It's
So-
basically
so-
trying to like convince them that they're safe.
The younger ones are definitely more convinced. The 16-year-old is sort of putting on a front of face, sort
Airs.
of like
Yeah.
airs kind of thing. And that's where we're going to have to leave for today.
As long as there's leather, I'm not going to complain.
Good
Oh,
evening.
Don stole the words out of my mouth.
Welcome to Valkyrie, folks. everybody.
Well, this is getting cut out.